Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, friends are those who help you or offer help in need, when you need help, not when you don't need help. So in this case, I have two articles that would prove that. Two articles, one very important and interesting because it have one personage, that I'm going to feature, and the other one is important because they're related. The subjects is just as two different politicians. One is Erdogan and the other one is an emir of Qatar, and they both offer support or help to Russia. Well, isn't that something fantastic? Turkey is a NATO country, and Turkey went through a coup organized by we don't know who, don't know who, in 2016. There were a lot of people saying that in 2016 Erdogan was saved by some help from Putin. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what some people said. As I said, I don't know if it's true or not. And nobody says, Putin never said anything about it. Erdogan obviously did not say anything about it. I think the point over there in Turkey was what did not happen was the whole military turning around and attacking Erdogan's little forces and get rid of him. The problem here with this private military company Wagner, it didn't happen. The private military company, let's call it Ford Motors, did not get the support of the Russian military. Therefore, it was a no-starter. So let's go with this article first from Bloomberg. This is from June 24, 2023. Erdogan backs Putin as Turkey offers to help Russia. So this was in the middle of it. This was at 10 a.m. 24. Things were not really solved like they are right now. And Erdogan was ready to help Putin, this guy right here. The Kremlin said Turkish leader Recep Tayyip Erdogan offered his, and I'm quoting, full support. Full support, what does that mean? Everything? To President Vladimir Putin for the steps taken by Russian authorities in response to an insurrection by the Wagner mercenary group. Bloomberg, why don't you pick your words? This is an insurrection, or the January 6th was an insurrection, or both insurrections. All right, whatever they say, we believe them. So, this, I think, is really to show, and these guys, I always say, Erdogan has balls, big balls. He doesn't care. Do you think there's not going to be attacked by the Americans and everybody else by just coming out and saying, hey, I support the dictator, evil guy Putin? Full support, not half. Full. The telephone conversation on Saturday was initiated by the Turkish side. So Putin did not cry, hey Erdogan, why don't you make a little statement of support? No, Erdogan seemed to be should I say it? Is it legal to say it? A principled man. Or at least a friend who helps another friend in a need. Well, you may say, well, criminals help one another. Yes, but still, that shows principle. Because, one criminal could be going rogue and say, well, I'm not going to help you. You helped me maybe one time. I'm not going to help you again. But returning the favor, that tells you that Erdogan respects himself. Or he knows better. Why? He's in between the Americans and the Russians. No, the Americans and the rest. According to the Kremlin statement, Putin informed Erdogan of the latest developments in connection with what the Kremlin called an attempt armed rebellion. How would you characterize it? It was a private company, 25,000 people. It's like Ford Motors here in the United States of America will decide to, let's say, attack the U.S. military, not the White House, because it didn't have anything to do with Putin. He said, hey, Putin, you just don't know what's going on. We're going to solve things because military, that guy Shoigu and Gerasimov bombed some of our employees. Therefore, we're going to take care of them, which was a zero chance. Unless someone else, like in Turkey, would have, sided with the rebels, call them that way. Hey, they can call them whatever they want. We understand what's going on. the whole dynamics matter, not really how you call them. In remarks later carried by Turkey's state Anadolu agency, Erdogan, this guy still uses Turkey as Turkey, not Turkey. I mean, is that offensive? I think it is. Erdogan told Putin that Turkey is ready to do its part for the swift and peaceful solution of events in Russia. And I'm quoting, "No one should be able to benefit from this crisis," Erdogan said. Well, remember, all this happened swiftly and peacefully. I don't remember the Russians massacring, how do you call him, the Wagner group, or Prigozhin being bombed, or anything like that. It was peaceful because nobody died, as far as I know, or at least it was not a bloodshed over that. And swift, 24 hours for something like this, I think it was a good time. What do you think? I mean, too good time. Good, fast. And then we have this article from Sputnik. Qatari Emir expresses support for Putin over Wagner mutiny. I think this is better. Well, not even mutiny. I don't know how to call it. How did these guys call it here? Rebellion. Maybe rebellion is better, but I don't even know. But I think it's better than mutiny, because mutiny usually is in an organized, like military. If that would be in the Russian military, I would have called it mutiny. But since it was in the, I would say in a private company, mutiny, if it would have been inside the Wagner company. Anyway, let's don't get tangled in these things. The semantics, we know exactly what happened. I mean, not exactly, but 90%. Russian President Vladimir Putin held a phone conversation with Qatari Emir Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani on Monday, who expressed support for the actions of the Russian leadership in connection with the events of June 24th involving the Wagner Group private military company, the Kremlin said. When was this done? 3 hours ago, but this is not now. Maybe now. Now being the June 26th. I don't know, maybe it's just today. I don't see any date, and it says here 3 hours ago, updated 13 minutes ago. So yeah, yesterday on June 26th. So that means this Emir called Putin, or the Kremlin, and told them that they support them. And I'm quoting, at the initiative of the Qatari side, again, not the Putin asking for anything, Vladimir Putin had a phone conversation with Emir of Qatar. The Qatari leader expressed support for the actions of the Russian leadership in connection with the events of June 24th. And quote, the Kremlin said in a statement, on June 23rd, PMC Wagner Group chief Yevgeny Prigozhin claimed that the Russian armed forces had launched a missile strike against Wagner camp. So it was these guys, and I don't know if that was Putin behind or the other guy, or maybe both. The other guy being, what's his name, Shoigu. The Russian Ministry of Defense debunked these allegations, according to Sputnik, but shortly afterward, a contingent of Wagner forces seized control over several civil service buildings in Rostov-on-Don and started a march on Moscow, about 500 kilometers. Good luck with that one. Russian President Vladimir Putin delivered a TV address to the nation, dubbing Wagner-head actions as armed mutiny and treason. Later in the day, Putin agreed to his Belarusian counterpart Alexander Lukashenko's mediation with Prigozhin. So we're not going to kill you, but you're going to look over him and keep him in your little cage until this thing in Ukraine ends, and then see if we're going to still use Prigozhin or not, which lasted throughout Saturday. As a result of the talks, Prigozhin stopped the movement of Wagner troops in Russia and ordered them to return to field camps. So you have the Qatari Emir and you have Erdogan. Erdogan, a NATO country member. Imagine that, let's say, Germany would have called Putin Scholz. And Turkey is not Germany. And why do I say that? In any way. Militarily, maybe economically, obviously not, but militarily, I think Turkey has the 4th or 5th army in the world or something, like the number, and Germany has where are you? Wo bist du, meine Schatte? Anyway, meine Liebe. So here we have these guys showing support. Now, Qatar is Qatar. Turkey is Turkey. Friends will be friends right till the end. Right? That Queen song? Yes. So, my friends, I'm waiting for others to, come and say, hey, we offered support, full support. So Erdogan would have offered full support. Well, probably he knows better. 2016, the last election was another one that probably he was ready. They were all ready. I think Turkey, now they say, well, we couldn't do it on 2 occasions. Wait until this guy kicks the bucket and then we do it again. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.